This is something that's been on my mind for some time. Something I want to talk about. So, just about a year ago, I started reigniting my love for Bionicle. Which if you Gen Alpha kids don't know what that is, it's basically this old LEGO series that ran for 9 years. What's strange, LEGO uses bricks. There's no bricks here. It's just a bunch of body parts and mechanical limbs. First of all, they're called constructions. And second of all, that's what makes them so special than simple bricks. These are buildable action figures. Gundams, if they're made in Europe. I don't really recall my first Bionicle experience. I'm not even sure what my first one was, but as far as I can remember, my earliest memories has got to be the Metro Nui era. Even as a kid, I still had no idea if I was watching a toy commercial or some sort of TV show. Either way, those commercials kick ass. And when I say Metro Nui era, I meant the Hordika era, not the Toa Metro era. Actually, I think the Kawaki commercials might be my first experience since they look familiar, but I don't really know. My memories are a bit muddy. While I can't remember if I saw the movie on 2005 or 2006, but some kid in our preschool had this Bionicle movie trilogy on DVD. And we watched it on the AV room where I first saw the second Bionicle movie. I never got to complete the movie, so sometime on Christmas I bought the trilogy on and saw the second movie non-stop. What I didn't know about Bionicle 2 is that's actually a prequel, so when I went to watch Bionicle 1 and then watch Bionicle 2, I was so damn confused, like why the old man Vakama suddenly became a young boy Vakama? And then the next day, emo phase Vakama, where he suffers from a midlife crisis.
When I was Matoran, Ta Metru was my whole world. It meant everything to me. It still does.
Me too, Vakama. Even I miss my childhood. Such as my regrets of not collecting Bionicles. Like, if memory serves right, most of the time when I was buying Hot Wheels toys since they were much cheaper, and my mom, she only wants me to get cheap stuff, so screw you Hot Wheels, I should've gone Bionicles. Like, I would spend my time with my mom shopping as a kid, and while I was at the toy section, I didn't even bother asking her to buy Bionicles. All I did is just saw them toys in their canisters. Like, what was my brain thinking at that time? There were such cool Nika toys and Piraka toys, and I didn't even know that these were LEGO toys at the time. Like, I didn't even know that Nika and Piraka were Bionicles. I think Norik and Rooney were there too, featuring some 2006 Titan sets, but no sign of Vezrax and Hordikas because they were from another toy store I was in last year. Oh, there's also some Raimi era Spider-Man toys, but I didn't care. I did buy one Spider-Man Origins toy. Anyone remember that toy line? Sometime later, I bought the Bionicle Heroes game on PS2. I never bought completing the game because I thought the game was scary. I managed to beat the first level, but I couldn't defeat Vizok. Unlike LEGO Star Wars where you respawn if you die, in Bionicle Heroes, you die in the game, you die in real life. Which is why I stopped playing it. While I wasn't sure if I saw the Nika commercials with that All-American Reject song, I did saw the Piraka commercial featuring that rap song.
The tricker, tracer, drifter, the snake, the beast, the bully, all that makes Piraka.
Honestly, even as a kid I still liked the commercial. I even thought that the Pirakas were the good guys, but they're actually not. They're pirates. Or at least I think that's what they're named after. Later at the end of 2006, I saw the commercials for Baraki and my stupid brain thought that these guys were the heroes, but obviously they were not. Like, do they even look like heroes? And then probably on mid or early 2007, I thought about going to Bionicle.com without my parents' permission. And it was like seeing a whole new world. I saw a kick-ass looking short film and thought it was the trailer for the next movie. I read the character bios and even the sets shown on the website. I even went to the older archive 2006 version of the website and thought the Nika series was still ongoing despite being discontinued, or they just stopped producing with only a few of their sets being in store shelves. I spent countless of hours playing those old Flash games and even made a LEGO account just to go places where it requires it. From Flash animations to recaps to official movie sites to that one Nika RPG game, there's just so much stuff in there that I wish I could just talk all about it. Heck, even that Holly game, which was pretty much a confusing slow life simulator game, I enjoyed the hell out of it. Then I went to BionicleStory.com where I watched the character animations with super low quality that goes spooky is your background moment. Seriously, that sound effect is still giving me the chills. The atmosphere haunts me, and even the Borak animation is still creepy. Sometime later on December, I finally got it. I finally have my first Bionicle toy ever. I was originally going to buy Jawler since red is my favorite color, but what I actually got instead was Matoro, who I later learned sadly sacrificed himself to save Mata Nui. The other Bionicle toy I bought was Karapar, which I still am not sure why I bought him, but at least I have that useless squid launcher that no one likes, who also died later in the story. Actually, now that I think about it, I think my first Bionicle was McDonald's Guitaru.
I got the power back on!
Actually, he doesn't count, it's not a Lego. 1 year later, the Fantoka story begins, and when the characters are revealed to be the Toa Mata variants, the toy sets just didn't appeal to me. The Takanuva toy looks cool, but for some reason I didn't buy him or the rest of the Fantoka sets. Maybe it's because I was expecting this Takanuva, and not Black Takanuva. And the 3v3 idea kinda makes me not to buy a toy more. Like, come on, they made the red guy a bad guy this time? Come on, man. But still, the 2008 era is pretty much a two-part era. Like, instead of waiting for another year to get Mystica, we got them at like the end of 2008 or something. Unpopular opinion, but even though I never bought Tahu, I kinda like the ninja look of the character. But what the hell is up with Anua's mask? It looks like a bear. A year later has passed once again, Bionicle Clitorian begins. I played the 3D fighting game, and it sure as hell is a fun free game. Not a huge fan of the bright colors, but at least the toys look good. Later on they released the Clitorian Legends, in which I bought the Vastus toy. I have no idea why I chose to buy him instead of Mata Nui. But hey, as long as I got a new Bionicle toy, it's fine. But do you know what I really want to buy? And it's that huge, big-ass Toa Mata Nui toy. And when I saw that box the first time, it felt like seeing God himself. Looking back, I just wished I had the balls to ask my mom to buy that expensive shit, but I didn't. We were just there to buy a birthday present for my baby cousin or something. Sometime later, or maybe before that, we went to the DVD store and I saw the 4th Bionicle movie on shelves. But my sister wanted a Tinkerbell movie, and my mom only wanted to buy us just one movie. Just one movie! She kept crying and whining that she wanted the Tinkerbell movie, so I pretty much gave up. I even tried to look up online to see if someone might have uploaded the full movie, but no luck. But you know what? Maybe the Tinkerbell movie did save my life. Because now I learned that the 4th Bionicle movie, according to word of mouth, was complete garbage. I even saw the movie on TV, but I was so focused on doing something else that I completely ignored it. Nevertheless, I was still very much excited to see where the Bionicle story would go next. And as Bionicle Stars was released, I was kinda confused. Why the hell the series went backwards instead of forwards? Were they running out of ideas? Or they just gave up? Well, who the hell cares? After all these years, I finally got Toa Tahu and the How Mask. But then I saw something on the Lego.com website. Something that was called Hero Factory. I didn't hate it at first. To me, it's just another Bionicle with a different theme. I saw a trailer featuring Agent 47 narrating the short.
Hero Factory. We build heroes. Hey!
And one day, I saw a video titling RIP Bionicle. And from that point, Bionicle was dead. And here comes Hero Factory. I never bashed the series at first, and I did remember listening to Hero Factory FM even though there isn't any songs playing. I even had a Natalie Breeze toy in my bedroom one day, and I still have no idea why. It was even on my birthday. But at some point, an army of comms kicked off a bandwagon effect, and I started bashing on Hero Factory instead of embracing it as a passing of the torch. I even didn't bother checking out on new material just because of my stupid 12 or 14-year-old self decided not to support it. Instead, joined the hive mind of saying, new stuff bad, old stuff good. Well, at least there's some truth to it. At least my cousin collected them, which includes some Bionicle Stars toys, but I'm not sure how many did he collect. and I'm not even sure where he still keeps those toys. Damn, now I'm kinda jealous of him. But you know what? Perhaps maybe there is light at the end of the tunnel. Maybe there is still hope left. On 2015, just only 4 years of Hero Factory, LEGO decided to make the most unexpected announcement ever. Yes, they have decided to reboot the franchise in a new timeline. There was hype, there was excitement, there was hope, but beneath the wall of time, there was an unforeseen future. And yet, it's an expected one. Watered down story, lack of dark themes, difference in aesthetics depending on personal preference, and uninteresting war with lame Skull Spire villains? Bionicle just dies again. Who would have seen this coming? After years of longing for its return, LEGO just gave up and abandoned the brand entirely. And since then, there were no more Bionicles, and no more CCBS builds, next to Star Wars of course. But these are based on existing properties, not LEGOs. Yeah, you see what I mean when I regret blindly bashing Hero Factory when I should have supported it just because they're buildable bots? And if anyone asks if I bought any Bionicles that year, oh god, how do I say this? I ended up buying the MMPR Legacy Morpher instead. And dear god, diecast mill is rotting after years of being outside the box. Honest to god, I have no idea why I didn't buy the new Bionicle toys. Was it the aesthetics? Was it the marketing? Or did I finally grow out my Bionicle phase? Nevertheless, the more I think about it, the more I wonder if this means I was never a Bionicle fan in the first place. Fast forward years later, I regained my love for Bionicle thanks to this one video.
The bottom of 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 the deepest seas.
Went reading up some wiki lore and saw this. This? And even this? What the hell is this? Are these new Bionicle toys? New sets no one told me? Look at these aesthetics. Look at these designs. Why has no one told me about it? Well, apparently even after the reboot cancelled, LEGO allowed the writers and creators to do a canon contest that's approved and certified. So even after the story ended, it was still cool that the community is upholding and maintaining all things new in the world of Bionicle. But then one day, LEGO told them to stop, and then there was this. Towotahu re-release made purely out of LEGO bricks and constructions? Is this the best thing they could do? A Brick Tahu re-release? They could have given us the classic Construction Tahu toy back, not some LEGO Smash Bros. Trophy. And the worst part is a GWP item? So I have to buy like a few LEGO toys just to get this? Like, why can't I just buy on shelves now? Actually, don't bother. Look how they massacred my boy. This is only a theory, but I think the reason why they have no plans to re-release the Constructions is because, I mean, just look at them. Look at these complex parts compared to bricks. The answer is already right in front of you. It's probably the reason why LEGO has no plans to bring back Bionicle. So this is Bionicle's once and only lifetime return, and that's it? Nothing else? This is the most better than nothing thing I've ever seen in my entire life. But hey, at least we got Bionicle Day. We got original movie animators doing the 2023 commentary, a brand new original song for dead IP and some Bionicle games which aren't official. But sometimes I wonder if this is enough to carry the Bionicle legacy, one of the lessons of the said stories to pass on the legends. Okay, now for the real squeeze. Why did I make this rant in the first place? Why did I decide to make this video of me just rambling, wishing for Bionicles to return again? Well, that's really the answer. I do want to see them again. I remember experiencing those old commercials, those old toy shells, and just everything about it. But sometimes I wonder to myself, how niche is Bionicle? Is it as niche as Guyver? Or does this franchise have enough popularity like, I don't know, Hitman? Okay, this is a bad example. But what I'm trying to say is, how popular is it by today's standards? It was a big thing back in the 2000s, but as years go on, we always get new Transformers toys, Power Rangers toys, Hot Wheels, G.I. Joe, Godzilla, anime toys, Gundams, but not Bionicle? It's just not coming back. Even Harry Potter is still making cash. It's thanks to those other franchises, it's the reason why you have young kids and young adults of all ages being able to get into those series for years to continue. Avatar, anyone? I even once did a Marty McFly cosplay, and some Gen Alpha Skibidi kid recognized my character. So if some 80s character from a bygone era is still recognizable, with no new remake or reboot or sequel, why can't the Bionicle do the same and be remembered as a classic like the old series as an important cultural milestone? Every time whenever I see a Bionicle toy review recommended to me, I keep thinking to myself that these are brand new toys or re-releases, but the real truth is that they aren't. Look, I don't want Gen 1 to have a revival, or a reboot of Gen 1, I just want a simple re-release, and that's all. All they have to do is just keep the stories that way, and they'll probably pull off a live-action Avatar to water down some things. Like, just don't, alright? Be an IP holder if you want to, just don't change anything. And don't even bother retconning it. I even had plans to collect only the red Bionicle toys, then later whatever Bionicle toy I want, secondhand. But my god, this is a lot harder than I thought. At that point, I just gave up buying secondhand toys. People will talk and debate about physical versus digital in the world of media preservation. But when it comes to Bionicle, the closest thing I get to preserve them without LEGO making re-releases is this recreation on Gmod. But I'm not the one touching it. I'm not the one holding them. I'm not even the one playing with them. Do you want to know who's doing it instead? That's right, my Gmod OC character. He's the one touching them, but me? I'm just watching behind the screen as he touches it. He looks at me, laughs at me, that I can never get a Bionicle toy ever. At this point of this video, it's not even about my nostalgia and wanting to go back to the past. But now it's just a video about my regrets and decisions that I wish I had a collection of Bionicles. I have lost count on how many times I had these Bionicle dreams. I think my 4th or 5th Bionicle dream, I finally got in Nightjala. But once I opened the package, you know what was inside that canister? A red clone trooper. A red clone trooper. I'm not even joking, there was a red clone trooper inside of that toy canister. I felt so heartbroken. I don't care if it was just a dream. It almost felt like the dream itself scammed me. But snap back to reality, I feel nothing but emptiness. Every time whenever I walk into a LEGO store thinking that they still sell Bionicles, they just don't exist anymore. You kids can have your Ninjago or something like that, but at least you guys got a movie on theaters. That's probably going to be a lot more remembered than Bionicle.
Sir, would you consider yourself a liberal or a true American conservative?
But not me. I just feel very empty. All because what I seek in there is just not there anymore. Or maybe I should just buy a 3D printer and make my own construction pieces. Not like there's any copyright, is there? Hey my absolute nudes, this is Cinderute, and if you made this far, thanks for listening to me just rambling and talking like a boomer about my Bionicle experience. Originally I was going to make another type of Bionicle video for Bionicle Day, but since I'm a bit too late for that, and I was so preoccupied on other things, I kinda postponed that video, which kinda sucks that I have to wait for another year, or something like that. So if you enjoyed this rant video, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Anyway guys, this is Cinderute, logging off until next time.